Kate's emotional journey in the wake of Liam's passing has been marked by public appearances that have made it evident just how deeply she is grieving. The model, who had been dating Liam since October 2022, has not only lost a partner, but has been forced to grapple with the heartbreaking reality that their future together was cut short. Their relationship, which had been marked by affection, public displays of love, and shared dreams for the future, was suddenly shattered by a tragedy no one could have foreseen. In the days following Liam's passing, Kate appeared in public for the first time since attending his funeral, and it was clear that the weight of her grief was impossible to conceal. She was seen walking alone through central London, a city where she and Liam had spent so many meaningful moments together. On this particular day, Kate appeared fragile and lost in her own thoughts, her body language speaking volumes about the turmoil she was experiencing. She had been one of the last people to be close to Liam before his tragic accident, and now she had to face the world without him. On that cold winter day, Kate was dressed in a long, white, fluffy coat, seemingly attempting to find comfort in its warmth as she braved the brisk weather of the city. She paired the coat with dark jogging trousers, choosing comfort over style in the wake of the emotional turmoil she was facing. Her appearance was simple, almost understated, as though she were trying to maintain a sense of normalcy amid the chaos of her grief. Despite her natural beauty, Kate opted to go without makeup, a poignant reminder of the emotional exhaustion that often accompanies a loss as profound as this. Her long brown hair was tied back loosely, perhaps in an attempt to shield herself from the gaze of the public. As she walked through the streets, she clutched her mobile phone and a small purse in her hands, carrying the most basic of personal belongings as she went about her day. It was as if she was trying to hold on to a small piece of her former life, while also finding a way to push through the overwhelming sadness that seemed to engulf her every moment. Her face was serene, but her eyes revealed the pain that was only just beneath the surface. She moved anonymously through the crowds, a woman in mourning, trying to keep her emotions in check while facing the busy streets of London. It was clear that Kate was doing her best to carry on with life, even as it felt like the world had come crashing down around her. Her appearance was a striking contrast to the vibrant, energetic woman who had once stood beside Liam at events, celebrating their love and success. Now, there was an undeniable sense of solitude surrounding her as she walked through the city, a woman grieving the loss of the person she had loved most deeply. The emotional weight was apparent, but so was her strength in attempting to continue on in the face of such heartache. The church was filled with mourners, many of whom had known Liam for years. Among the attendees were Liam's former One Direction bandmates, including Harry Styles, Zayn Malik, Niall Horan, and Louis Tomlinson. These men, who had once shared not just a band but a family-like bond, were united in their grief for their friend and former colleague. For many, this was the first time in years that they had appeared together in public. The One Direction bandmates had not been publicly seen as a group since their band split in 2015, but this painful moment seemed to bring them back together, showing that the bonds of friendship and love can transcend the passing of time and any previous rifts. Liam's former partner Cheryl, the singer and TV personality who shares a son Bear with Liam, was also in attendance at the funeral. Cheryl's presence at the service was a poignant moment as she stood alongside those who had known Liam best, mourning the loss of the father of her child. Their son Bear was only 7 years old at the time of Liam's passing, and while the pain of such a loss is hard to imagine for any parent, it was particularly heartbreaking to see the impact on their son, who would have to grow up without the father he had been so close to. One of the more personal and touching tributes at the service came in the form of a floral display, which featured bowling pins and a ball. A nod to Liam's love for bowling, a hobby that he had enjoyed regularly. Kate Cassidy, Liam's girlfriend, shared with those who knew him that bowling had been something Liam did at least 4 times a week, a testament to his love for the sport and the simple pleasures in life. The floral tribute was a fitting reflection of Liam's personality. A man who, despite his fame, was grounded in the everyday joys that many of us take for granted. The heartbreaking news of Liam's passing came on October 16, 2024, following a tragic accident in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Liam had been staying at a hotel in the city where he fell from the balcony of his third-floor hotel suite, suffering fatal head injuries. It is believed that Liam and Kate had been in Buenos Aires to attend a concert by Niall Horan, one of his former bandmates, who was performing in the city. Kate had flown back to their home in Miami on October 14th, just 2 days before the tragedy struck. Liam had stayed behind to renew his U.S. visa, a decision that ultimately led to his untimely death. Kate's grief has been both personal and public, as she mourns the loss of a man she had hoped to spend the rest of her life with. In an emotional statement following his death, Kate expressed her heartbreak, saying, "I have been at a complete loss. Nothing about the past few days has felt real. I ask and pray that you'll give me the grace and space to navigate this in private." And another message she poignantly wrote, "Liam, my angel, you are everything. I want you to know I loved you unconditionally and completely. I will continue to love you for the rest of my life. I love you, Liam." Her words were a testament to the depth of her love for Liam, a love that she will carry with her for the rest of her days, even as she continues to mourn the future that was stolen from them both. Kate and Liam had only been together for a little over a year when tragedy struck, but in that short time they had formed a bond that was unmistakably strong. The couple had made their red carpet debut together at the Fashion Awards in 2022, a public display of affection that showed just how serious their relationship had become. Despite occasional rumors about their relationship, Kate and Liam proved their commitment to each other, enjoying a romantic date in London in June 12 to 23, and later, Kate was there to support Liam when he was rushed to the hospital with a serious kidney infection. Their love seemed to be full of promise, and their plans for the future, including marriage, were things that they had been looking forward to. Sadly, those plans will never come to fruition as they had hoped. In the wake of Liam's passing, Kate has found herself not only mourning the loss of a loved one, but also reflecting on the future they had dreamed of together. She shared that they had been looking forward to getting married, a sentiment that only deepened the heartbreak she was feeling. "Liam, I know we'll be together forever, but not in the way we had planned." Kate wrote, her words capturing the deep sorrow of a woman who had lost not just her partner, but the life they had envisioned together. As the world continues to mourn Liam's loss, those who loved him most, including Kate, are left to pick up the pieces of their lives without him. While Liam's memory will live on in the hearts of those who knew him, it is clear that Kate will carry his love with her for the rest of her life. The grief-stricken model, though publicly grieving, remains deeply connected to the man she loved, and her life will forever be marked by the love they shared and the loss she must now endure.